with the 55th overall pick in the second round. LeBron and his son now officially have the opportunity to be the first father-son duo to play in the NBA at the same time. Bronny James, thank God, he's in this position. If y'all remember, he suffered cardiac arrest last year while on the campus of USC. We didn't know what his status was. I don't give a damn about him averaging less than 5 points. I don't care about his numbers or anything like that. You heard about his athleticism. You heard about his defensive prowess. You heard about the potential that he may have.
You know what's crazier than scoring your first NBA bucket? Doing it in the same arena where your dad became a legend. That's exactly what happened to Bronny James. Can you imagine the pressure? Picture this. Bronny steps onto the court in Cleveland, the crowd goes wild, and suddenly he's not just LeBron's son, he's a star in his own right. But here's the kicker. Just a few months ago, he was fighting for his life after a cardiac arrest. Talk about a comeback story. You know what's crazy? Just a few months ago, Bronny James was fighting for his life in a hospital bed. Now he's suiting up for an NBA game. Talk about a comeback. Let's rewind to that scary day in July.
I mean, I think we've only, in modern time, I mean, I remember when King Griffey Jr. and his dad was on the field together with the Mariners, and to see this, I never thought it was even possible. I believe the first game of the season they're gonna play, I will be at that game. Now, run tell that, October 22nd, Shea gonna be in the house. For the first time in NBA history, oh man, it's nepotism. Half the corporations is nepotism.
Bronny's at USC practice doing his thing when suddenly he collapses. Everyone's freaking out. The gym goes dead silent. Trainers rush to his side and it's like time stands still. The news breaks and it's bad. Doctors say Bronny suffered cardiac arrest. That's not just a pulled muscle or a sprained ankle. We're talking life or death here. Most people who go through that, they're not thinking about playing pro sports ever again. They're just happy to be alive. But Bronny, he's cut from a different cloth. He's got that James DNA, that never give up attitude. While other kids his age are posting on social media, Bronny's grinding through rehab. Imagine this. He's doing physical therapy while his dad's gearing up for another NBA season. Talk about pressure. You know what's even crazier? While Bronny's fighting to get back on the court, the whole basketball world is watching. Fans, players, coaches, everyone's rooting for him. It's like the entire NBA community is holding its breath, waiting to see if he'll make it back.
You following Bronny at all?
Yeah.
You excited for his upcoming career?
Yeah, I want to see what he does next.
Cool, right?
They said he's coming out. He entered the draft, and then he might transfer if he don't want to stay in the draft. And, you know what I'm saying? That about to come into the league and shit.
That's crazy.
Carlos Boozer.
Nuts.
Gilbert Arenas.
Man, playing with your son has got to be the coolest thing ever.
I could still be able to do something at 55.
53,
50.
Are you,
56.
You still trying to be playing it?
I want to still be able to move around at 56. I don't want to be a lazy ass 50-year-old.
Yeah.
Right?
Fast forward to October, the news drops, and it's like a bomb goes off in the basketball world. Bronny's cleared to play. Twitter explodes. SportsCenter can't stop talking about it. It's the comeback story of the year. Think about it. This kid went from a hospital bed to an NBA court in just a few months. That's not normal. That's not something you see every day. Bronny didn't just overcome a life-threatening condition. He conquered it and came back stronger. But here's the kicker. Bronny's not just back. He's not just sitting on the bench or playing garbage time. No, he's about to do something that'll make the whole arena go nuts. He's about to make history in a way that'll have everyone talking. You know how they say like father, like son? Well, Bronny's about to take that to a whole new level. We're talking 21 years and 1 day after LeBron scored his first NBA points. Now Bronny's stepping onto the same court in the same city. But here's the kicker. It's not just about when he scores. It's about how. Trust me, you're gonna want to see this. Picture this. Cleveland's Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse is packed. The energy is off the charts. Everyone's eyes are glued to the Lakers bench, waiting for one thing. And then it happens. The chants start. We want Bronny. It's like the whole arena's shaking. You can barely hear yourself think. The coach finally gives the nod.
Here are his numbers: 4.8 points, 36.6% shooting, 2.8 rebounds, 2.1 assists, 19.4 minutes a game. Those are not numbers that get you drafted. LeBron James is approaching 40 years of age. He ain't somebody that faded into the twilight. He's still an all-world player. Will ever make a Lakers roster. And certainly whether or not he deserves to. That scrutiny is valid. It's understandable. And he's got a lot to prove. I'm rooting for him.
Bronny stands up, and it's like someone cranked the volume to 11. The place goes absolutely wild. For a second, you might think LeBron just checked in, but nope. It's his son. Can you imagine the pressure? Bronny's out there now, moving around, finding his spot. The Lakers get possession, and boom, the ball's in Bronny's hands. The crowd holds its breath. It's like time slows down. Bronny's dribbling, looking for his shot. You can see the focus in his eyes. And then it happens. Bronny pulls up for a jumper. But wait, doesn't that move look familiar? It's the exact same shot his dad's famous for. The LeFo move, right there in front of our eyes. The ball's in the air, and everyone's watching it like their life depends on it. Swish, nothing but net. Bronny James has just scored his first NBA bucket, and he did it with style. Using his dad's signature move, the arena explodes. It's so loud you'd think the Cavs just won another championship. But you know what's even crazier? This isn't just any game. This is Cleveland, the same place where LeBron became a legend. And now, 21 years and 1 day after LeBron scored his first points, Bronny's doing the same thing. That's not just coincidence, that's destiny. LeBron's on the bench, and you gotta see his reaction. It's priceless. He's jumping up and down, screaming, pumping his fists. It's like he just won his 5th ring, but this time, it's not about him. It's all Bronny. Imagine being Bronny right now. You're 19 years old, you've just overcome a life-threatening condition, and now you're scoring in the NBA, in your dad's old stomping grounds, using his move, with thousands of fans chanting your name. That's not just a debut, that's a statement.
Bronny's a prospect. Number one, I'm glad he's healthy. I think he should be in the G League. He's not ready to play in the NBA right now.
When LeBron James and his son Bronny are on the floor at the same time, his first in NBA history. How do you view the situation?
He's a point guard, 2 guard. His probably best attribute right now is being a defender. But I think to take the pressure off him and let him get better as a player, he should be in the G League.
This isn't just a game anymore. It's a passing of the torch. It's a father watching his son follow in his footsteps, but blazing his own trail. Bronny's not just LeBron's son anymore. He's Bronny James, NBA scorer. And something tells me this is just the beginning. Bronny James just showed the world he's not just riding his dad's coattails. This kid's got game, and he's got heart. From cardiac arrest to scoring in the NBA, that's not just a comeback, that's a statement. But you know what's crazy? This is just the beginning for Bronny. He's already talking about making his mark in the league, just like his old man. Can you imagine the pressure? But Bronny's not backing down. He's got that James DNA, and he's ready to prove he belongs. Think about it, other father-son duos have torn up the sports world before. Remember Ken Griffey Sr. and Jr. in baseball? They were insane. Now it's Bronny's turn to carry on that legacy. What's he gonna do next? Score 30 in a game, make the All-Star team, win a championship. The sky's the limit for this kid, and I can't wait to see what he does next. Bronny James is here, and he's just getting started.